waiting for everyone to shift. Let's see. I'll put on time. I'll put the StreamYard link. Alrighty. Oops, comments. We'll let everyone know. Hang on, people. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm falling behind on my responsibilities. Hi, Desert Rose. Nice to see you. Okay, so how you doing, Desert? Thank you very much for coming. Guess that helps George out a little. Well, yeah, Desert. The address is it you is attention and re for vets, and that's care of me. I don't care about. There's no doxing, by the way. Unfortunately, in California, the CEO has to put their name and number and all that shit. Oh, put it on the banner. Good idea, Graham. I actually have one set up. Thank you, dumb idiot. Now, canned food is also for medical supplies too. But it's the same. It's the same address. Hi, Midnight Rider. Again, the live feed is up if you guys want to come up and talk. Like I said, topics. We are limited on this channel to certain topics, of course. No drug related, no COVID, none of that stuff. No firing, no drama. Yes, desert. A lot of that stuff, the reasons it expired is due to state regulations that hospitals and home health cares are required to follow. However, uh, trust me, I know I've been doing it for years. I reuse some of my supplies, especially the like wraps. I clean them, disinfect them, and I can use them as long as there's no blood on them. But most of the stuff will be sealed, so there's no problem with sealed ones or expired. Because if there really are, I'll double check and then just get rid of the ones we don't use. But like I said, anything you donate is completely tax deductible. That includes supplies as well. You do an estimated thing, you send it to us. We do a letterhead and send it back out to you so you can apply it to your taxes. That way you'll get everything you send us will be course itemized and we can work out a thing for you. And if you want to do it, just send it to us. Our treasurer is Bell Adams. Bell Admin Adams. Bell Admin. He takes care of all of our paperwork and stuff. And thank you, Desert Rose. That's so sweet. I've got this beautiful kit I wanted to show you, like sort of like the food one that we made up, but it has all the medical supplies in it. I mean, just as an amazing little kit I put together. And I can guarantee you I can go out and there's not much that I cannot fix to get them to a hospital. Unless of course something like they have septa or something. There's nothing I can do to help them at that point. Other than tell them to go in. I can actually clean the wound out, stabilize it. So it's all good. It's hey wild gamer, thank you for coming in. Is that of us? And got the link there for anyone who comes in. And like I said, we're gonna put the PayPal up. I gotta get it. We are currently trying to raise money to pay for the storage units that we are going. The other thing we are doing is actually going to we're going to oh shoot. No, don't do that. We are in the middle of working out with Walmart. This is exciting because I didn't know how it worked. when you first look at the thing on about doing donations, basically it just says that call them up and they can do up to $5,000 a month or whatever, 5,000 total, whatever. What they don't tell you is that how it works is once they approve you, they have a committee of philanthropists who sit there and they can give up to $5,000 or up to they can give you $100 every week up to 26 times in one contract. So we're hoping that like with Costco, simply get not get money, but get the discounted card so we can go in there and get supplies and stuff for the vets. Like I said, the canned food drive is also the same place you mail the medical supplies to. Um, it's all tax deductible. Like I said, we'll itemize it and get it on letterhead and send it out to you if you'd like the deduction for that. Um, and like I said, it all goes for a good cause. Everything you get is fully transparent and none of it goes to us. There's no payment for me, KY, Bell Admin, or Graham. Hi, Mrs. B. So good to see you. And as I said, you know, yes, anyone's welcome up on Air Cold. Thank you for coming in, brother. And basically, like I said, it's all itemized, it's all tax deductible, and none of it goes to us completely. We are an actual military 501 tax exempt program, which, we any violation of this will cost us our license, which is 7,000 a year. So we're very, very, very diligent about that. And anything you like, say, if you wanted to donate food and you wanted to go specifically for veterans and stuff, we'll try to fill out those requests. But it's like I was saying earlier, we go out and feed these people. If we have leftover food, we're not going to waste it. We're going to feed the homeless as well. Right, and we're leaving out part of the taggergram, which I'll get for you. But after the three comes series of numbers. I think it's 1201 for boots on the ground. I don't know what I can't remember, but that's why I just simply write 501c3 military. I don't even discern which of the two. You'd have to look it up. I can't remember which one it was, but we went with the boots on the ground one. Thank you for coming up, Jimbo. How you doing, sir?
Good. It's it's good that I met you guys because I've been wanting to give back to people, and I've been just asking for like myself, like where do I go? What should I do? And it's wild how everything works.
Well,
But
I mean,
yeah, I'd like to work with you guys to learn and
that's
to
no
be with
problem.
you guys.
We are all. This is one of our missions. Our we understand we're small, but we also understand that if you get a lot of small groups that go out and do in your area, you do it. And it's not a lot either, sir. You can go out and buy a couple hamburgers and go out and pass them out to an event and talk to them for a while.
That's
Well,
cool.
if you got, you know, like I said, if there's anything like that, anything at all, if we check you out, I don't know what kind of a channel. I don't know a lot about your channel, but we are a board. So what we would do is, if you wanted to help us, there's guidelines that we have. We'd show you, and if you agree to those guidelines, then Graham, um, Bell, and KY Packard, and then we'll go. Then they vote.
Oh,
We all everything we do on our channel is voted because
that's
it's
awesome.
well, this keeps accountability, and it also allows like I said, for it to be a corporation and not an individual. We, but me and Graham are the co-founders. But if we die tomorrow, uh, we're setting this up to continue on. We want this to be
Absolutely.
we want this to be our legacy, and we're small now, but everyone starts small. I mean, quite frankly, I'm going to spend the rest of my time or life, whatever you want to call it, because it's happened to me, and I'm very happy to do this, is to promotionals. I want to go out and feed,
That's
but I can't walk right now, so all I can do is get on the phone and talk to people. And it's always no if you don't ask. So But I thought that was funny. I brought that up that somebody actually sent me this seething text about how all we do on this channel is beg for money and we're doing everything for clicks and views. And I replied, thank you. I don't understand what
Yeah,
I just don't get it. I'm a charity. Of course I'm asking for money, you nutcase. How do you think we? I'm just saying. I'm curious to think what they thought this was. I'm like, well, it's not like we're eBaying. Well, we are, which I don't have a problem with eBaying either, because you're an adult. If you don't want to give the person money to help them out, don't do it. Just don't go charge
yeah,
them on it.
yeah, exactly.
Or,
But you're giving to people that fought for you to be where you are now, and you're acting like they're nothing. But without them, you would not be here. Like people take so much for granted and don't know what happens, and then they're told, well, they think of the government, but the government they give them what to do, but they're fighting for your right, for you to be and do what you do, and people frown upon that and say, oh no, they're killing people. It's like, no, they're actually stopping stuff. You guys don't
well, I
pay
even
attention to the deep stuff. Like they're just looking at the
exactly,
surface.
and you got to understand that. Here's the way it works, Mister Bean. Good to see you. The thing is with that kind of logic that they're killing people and you're anti-war. I agree. Okay, I totally don't think killing people is the answer. But here's the way it works:
Yeah.
if if you don't know, if you don't understand or appreciate the fact, the only reason we are sitting here today is because our guns are bigger than theirs. This is an alpha situation, and it's not evil. This stuff where people going, "Oh, Russia's evil, China's evil." No, they're no evil or any than we are. We are no better than they are. I've lived in this lifestyle my whole life. My father was high up in the CIA. He was on military bases. You must understand, we want to be number one at the end, keeper of the list. Welcome in. We want to speak English at the end of the day. We want to salute the United States flag, and we'll do anything and everything to keep that. That's the same thing the Russians are doing. No different than us. They want to be number one. They're going to do everything. Same with the Chinese. Same with others. It's just so if you don't look at it on a personal situation, like they're just evil because they want to take us over, which is not. They're trying to take them over.
When you look at history itself, the Vikings, the before that even, like there was always battle. The Indians themselves, they fought each other and kill each other for their land. So it's in the blood to protect where we are, and it's and people don't look at that. They just forget that. They think killing like no, it's like I don't know. I do know, but people just look at things.
Well, it's like I said. I
Like
look
I
at it.
love all humans. Don't get me wrong. I love every human in the world, but we're in this country, so we can only help this country. And there's other countries that have money, and they're doing the same thing to their homeless, to their military. They film on the streets. So it's not just this country, but we have to fight for them to stay alive because no one's doing that. They're human.
Well,
It's really
it is, and what it though. I just the whole point of this is that uh,
we need help.
unfortunately, the military, it's like, for example, they want us to discern between boots on the ground and people on a desk. And I won't do that. I won't do it because
Nah.
when you sign up for the military, they can take you at any second, and send you flying off to war. You don't have a
Mm,
choice.
yeah.
So you're on call. So, can I see? Okay. You turn your camera off if you want.
It's me, brother. It's me.
Hey, how
Right.
you doing?
We have to feed ours because if I send money overseas, I don't believe that the homeless over there are even going to get it. I don't believe it's going to go overseas. It's going to
Well,
stay here and go to something else. So I'm when I'm giving the money to, I know it's going to go to help someone that's starving here, like where I live. Yeah.
well, I think
So I agree with
is
everything
the
you guys
same.
are doing. Yeah.
Yeah, you grew up when we did, dude, when we were all sending money to Ethiopia to help them, and it was just sitting on the dock because the government wanted to eradicate the people out of that area. And another way of causing genocide. I mean, if you guys remember anything about the way the world works, is when the Bolsheviks wanted to take over Russia when Russia was being formed, they didn't attack the people. Oh hell no, no, that would be too much. They'd be fighting a lot of deaths. So what they did was they destroyed their farms. They starved them to death. That
Best
way
way
they
and
didn't have,
cheapest
they
way.
didn't have to endless ground war. No, they just blew up their farms. Well, look for another a big fundraiser to come here very soon. Coming out of Africa because they slaughtered all the white farmers and they don't know how to plant the fields. So now famine's setting in. This is what humans do to each other. This
And
is
the
ridiculous.
soil's poisoned. Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
not
not. It's
producing.
they don't know how to use it. Oh my
They're
god!
not
I mean,
going down deep enough to pull up the fresh minerals. They're just scraping the top. Yeah,
well, the
you
point
start digging
is,
down.
if you're gonna do something like that, I mean, think about the people because the people doing all the war fighting are not represent. I'm sorry, they don't represent us. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now all those village people in there that did nothing, absolutely not a damn thing. Seriously, get up in the morning, fight to live, fight with their children, and then somebody comes along and blows up a bunch of farms and kills a bunch of people because they don't like them. They're not going to suffer. Now the person suffering is all the villagers. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that fair? If you're going to do that, then at least supply the food. I mean, have a food source. All right, you want to kill your enemy, but you have to wipe
Right,
out
right,
the.
right. Who's the enemy? The enemy is within. I believe
Yeah,
the enemy is within. You know,
uh, I didn't
the
mean to get off.
enemy is within. It could be within yourself,
Yeah, I know,
your
but this is
own human soul.
right. The point.
The thing is, they are gonna they are going to trip us up as long as they can to accept ism. Look, I love veterans. You
Oh
know
look,
that, bud.
NC
But I
Deb
love them.
for coming in. Well, glad because see the point I'm making though is that is why you have military people. Whether it's just or not, they are protecting us from being overrun. That's it.
No, listen to me, V for Vets. Listen to me. Why do you think I ever joined the military? Why do you think? Let me ask you a quick question. Why do you think I joined the military at 17 years of age? Why do you think?
I have no idea. My dad joined when he was 16,
That's what
but
I'm saying. So get a grip. Why did your dad join at 16?
Because
Same,
you want
probably
getting
the same
tired.
reason I did. Why did he join at 16?
because he was insane.
Family.
Exactly! Exactly! I'm insane. And I'm still
Away from the
insane. No, I'm
family.
just kidding. No, I never killed my family, but anyways.
No,
No,
I
no,
said to get
no.
away from the family.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying.
Exactly. That was it. That was the real reason.
Look,
His
I don't want to kill anybody. But you
yeah.
know
Let's.
what?
But
I'm
the
going to
whole
tell you right now, if anybody threatens you, V for Vets, or anybody in the chat, or anybody in the panel, or anybody in our nation, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have to go through you, me, and everybody in this chat because we're not going to tolerate it. If they attack our nation, as in World War II when they attacked Pearl Harbor, they got what they got. And I'm going to tell you right now, if it ever happens again, they will be destroyed utterly, utterly destroyed. And if not, we will be destroyed. It will come down to the ultimate battle of all ages. I'm just saying.
right on. Now we're going back to the real topic because we're on B for Vets, not on Bud Grower. We're not a political channel, but the point was why we need supporter vets. And then also I brought up about the homeless because see, it's like this: they are everyone's problem because of
No.
diseases
A
that are
lot
out
of
there.
vets are homeless. A lot of vet. Look, I could be homeless and I'm a vet. I could be eventually homeless.
All right, we're
I could be, and you know what? If it wasn't for look, I'm an alcoholic, V. You know that. You know I'm an alcoholic.
Shocker.
That's a real shocker. I'm trying to quit, dude. I am putting like a drinking session, and then I go 2 days without it. You know what I mean? I'm starting to put a couple days beyond it. You know what I mean? So the goal is to get to 1 week beyond it. So where you're drinking once a week. That's my goal. So right now I'm at 2 days, 3 days max. I'm gonna try to keep like I'll drink and then I feel like shit. And then I'm gonna stop for a couple of days, 2, 3 days, and I'm gonna, then apparently it happens again. But I don't
Mr.
know.
D. All right, so honestly, there in about 2 weeks, look for another one of our feedings along with Graham and Mighty Whitey. I could be going out, but that's highly doubtful because of some problems walking. I think it's going to be more like a month and a half, maybe 2 months before I can actually walk enough to be able to go out. Because I'm right now, I can't even make it to appointments because I can't walk far enough to get down the staircase. I can't walk. We're doing.
That's not good.
But I'm getting there. Seriously.
No,
And
I
then I'm
may
not.
be there too. I may be
Yeah,
there
well,
with you soon. I don't know. I may be dead soon, honestly.
well, that's why you need to get some help.
Yeah, it's okay if I die. It's okay. I
All
have
right,
no
Billy,
kids. I have no kids.
Billy,
So
I love you, brother, but let's get
I have
off
no
the
kids.
let's get off the suicide talk, dude. I'm gonna have to kick you off
It's
the air.
not suicide. It's just
That's the
life.
bag of bones.
It's
But my
life.
energy goes on.
It's life. It's life, dude. I have drank myself into oblivion. I'm just saying. It's not suicide. It's just that's my choice, and I had a lot of fun. And if it so happens to kill me, man. Like at least I went on having fun, right? I'm gonna be serious with you. I'm being really serious. That look, here's the point. United States troops are in harm's way right now. Okay, they are in harm's way. You know, we don't know what is going to happen to them. We are in a position of a person who is in control of the military, who is controlled by other people. So it's like a big puppet show. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it's all about money. It's all about money. They don't care about lives, apparently.
They should live stream wars. I'm telling you, they should live. Everybody's will change completely. I don't give a crap. I don't know why they don't live stream what's going on. They need to do that so people see what the hell's going on because they
Okay,
cover it up so deep that you can't even really see. All you see is the weapons and the tanks. You don't see the people blowing up. You don't see the people dying. Like they don't show that crap. They don't show what's happening. They only show the weapons. It's like show what's really happening to what they're doing. Like
No,
show
but
it. Like
exactly.
what's happening to us.
No,
like,
V for Vets. Let me
Yeah.
answer him
I'm
because
sorry, I'm going back to them.
he's absolutely true. They show what they need to show to get us to go. Okay, well, oh my God, there's a big problem there. Blah blah blah, right? You know what? Nobody asked me, okay, do you want to send another $1 billion or another 500 million or a billion or 1.5 billion to that region to defend that nation?
yeah, he did.
They never asked me
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, they
No,
did. Yeah,
V,
they
they
did.
never
Yeah,
asked
they
you
did.
personally.
Yeah, they did.
No,
It's called implied consent. You know what's going
I
on.
do not consent to it at all.
All right.
No,
Well,
sir.
this is going to be basically us trying to fill
Social
in what's.
security number does it. If you have a social security
I
number,
do
it's your
not
consent. That's how I look at
consent
it. But yeah,
because I believe Russia has intimate domain. Do you understand what intimate domain means?
Do you understand? We're going to change.
Our nation uses intimate domain within our own communities. Intimate domain. Ukraine is intimate domain for Russia because you got to think many leaders came out of Ukraine. Many leaders. Ukraine is the motherland of Russia. Do you not understand this? So what we're trying to do is subjugate them from their land. I think it's wrong. I think we are the aggressor. I think we are wrong. I believe that Putin and Russia, I'm not saying that, look, they can have their squabble there, but it's not our duty to come in there and support them. It's not our duty. I'm just saying. That's their motherland.
I'm saying this topic is done. We are not a political channel, Billy. Do you understand me? Is this hard to understand, isn't it?
It's not hard to understand. We are for the vets. I get it.
Right, but no, this whole conversation is not getting into world politics or alcohol or anything else.
We're talking about veterans, right? We're talking about the veterans of the United States military. And these people are subjugated to this freaking war.
Right.
It's not relevant. And guess what? Those wars make homeless vets.
Right.
That's relevant.
We're more interested in helping the vets when they get out rather than debating why they went in. Because if we're going to do that, we're never going to help them. I'm not told you in the beginning. I don't care why they went in. They went in. And at this point, they're homeless. So we're more concerned about taking care of, whoa. What you got here is, that was not me, Billy, unfortunately. But you've been voted off the panel right now, temporarily. Again, this is a corporation.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know I was chipping in on that conversation. I was just.
I don't. Okay, look, guys. V for Vets is my actual channel, but V for Vets is not my actual channel. I mean, my actual corporation. That is S. Graham, Bell Admin, KY Packer, myself. And they have as much say about things as I do. Now, because I found it, I wrote out the initial before we made a board, and they voted to keep those. But if someone comes up here and they're getting text, they're going to remove you, and I have to stand by my corporation. So, my fault for letting it go too far, but here's the deal. We're only up here to talk about what's going on with V for Vets soon. And yes, the wars are bad and stuff, but people, I don't care right now. I go out and I see a vet on the street. I'm not going to qualify him to see if it was a good war or a bad war. I'm just going to go ahead and help him.
True. Yeah.
Now, don't get all butthurt, Billy. No one's saying you're not speaking truth. It's the topics. It's just the topic, brother. It has nothing to do with you are right. And if I didn't like you, Billy, you would have never been invited up. Yeah, but see, the thing is, dude, we cannot be going off about politics when it comes to vets. And why did we come to these decisions? Because we have lost donations because of events like this. I'm sorry, we just don't do it. We and that's why there's not a lot of mods on this channel, by the way. The mods that are in charge of this channel are board members, are supreme helpers who have been through a lot, whatever. And
Nitro is shutting down channels too for not sticking to what the channel says it's for. I've been hearing that too. A lot of channels been getting shut down when like thousands of followers because they're off topic of what their channel is. Because I just did another survey today. I'm like, wait, why are they asking me all these specific things? And I looked it up. If you don't stick to what your channel is, they're gonna cut your channel after a while.
Well, so yeah,
you're covering your butt is what you're doing. But yeah, it's good. So,
Nitro, it's so good to see you, brother. I've been in your channel, by the way, Nitro, and I've basically been lurking, just watching you. I love the RCs. It's a little jealous though because I'll never be able to afford one right now. That's one thing I want to do before I kick the bucket. I've always wanted to have one of those, those big trucks with the big wheels and the yeah, you
Those
can
camper looking ones. I've seen
don't-
one of those looking, those huge military looking trucks that people make into campers like that.
well, wait. It says chill and chat. Yes, Billy. But again, chill and chat about what our topic is. And again, you're not banned or anything, brother. You just got taken off the panel by one of the board members. And until they put you back up or change it, you're in. I'm sorry. I mean, I won't tell you. I'm not going to override a board member. Not when they voted on it. They just said, forget this. We had somebody we really like come up on our panel on Memorial Day and do something so hideously ridiculous. We lost three donators. They were not only did they not donate to us, they were so insulted by what that person did. They never came back to our channel. I was hurt because every vet that comes to this channel has my deepest respect, including and not limited Billy. I love Billy. That's why I've helped Billy all these years because he's a vet. Now, guys, really, we're just trying to do the right thing. You don't even have to like us. That's the whole purpose of the 501c. That's the whole purpose of everything. It's a machine. It's a club. It's nothing personal. It's just nothing personal. And yeah, we have board members. We are a legal 501c corporation that requires board members. And yeah, you can get pissed all you want, but this is not nothing personal, guys. This is not. I don't take any of this personal. This is a charity organization. You notice we're not crying about the number of people we have because everyone that comes here and subs to us is in my opinion is worth more than 1,000 because you came here to help the vets. You came here to do a charity network. Now you guys gotta understand. I turned down a 90,000 person channel. They were gonna give me that channel, but why would I want 90,000 people that absolutely had nothing to do with charities? They're in it for the drama. They're in it for whatever. If I wanted 10,000 subscribers, I can go to several places and get them. Really easy. You can pay for them. You can go to the places that give them. We don't want that. We want the people that want to help, the ones that want to hear about good things, stories. Now that I'm out of at least the Advanced Nursing Care Center, I'm going to be doing interviews. And like I said again, guys, you're all blessed people, all of you, including Billy Norath. He's allowed in the room, just maybe not on the panel. I'm sorry, but this again, he was drinking. You could tell he was drinking. I asked multiple times to stop. I'm not being mean to him. I'm not angry at him. It's not personal. But if he upsets a board member, then you're gone, dude. It's not. I will not override a board member who's got a legitimate complaint. It is a board member. They did not become board member just by coming into our channel. This isn't like a mod. This is a board member. They're legally responsible, just like I am. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? If you're going to be legally responsible, then we're not going to have a buttload of mods. We're not going to let a buttload of things go on here. As a matter of fact, we act like we are under attack. Some of the things behind the channel you guys may not know, we're being attacked, me and KY. They have hacked into KY's account. They filed taxes for him.
Wow.
They've come after me. They want us out of the way because
they're trying to stop internally. They're going, wow, holy cow. This is sad. Like, we're humans. You guys are feeding vets, but they're humans. They're acting like we're like making drugs and giving it away for free to ruin people's lives. We're helping them.
They're coming after us because we're exposing. They're coming after us because we're exposing the fraud that they're doing. See, people, you cannot seriously tell me you're going to donate money or take a donation, put it in your bank, and then you're going to divvy it out. Yeah, whether you could be the Pope for all I care, there is nothing transparent about you putting money into your personal account. It has never been that done that way. When we first started, I've been doing charities for decades on Facebook. That's why my whole entire Facebook channel is set up for. And if you'd like to talk theories about who you should try to advertise to get charities, I can tell you a few right now. Authors. Authors are great people for charities. You want to know why? Because they sit around and write all night, all day, all night, all day. They get writer's block. They have nothing to do. They twirl their thumbs. They get online. They spend money. And then they get all teary eyed. They see charities and they pack out money. Same goes for corporations, people that are on their corporate leaders. Their tax write offs. And they have to look for places to give money to. They have to look because they have some amount of charities they have to give to a year. See, I don't just do this, people. This is something I want to do for a living. I want to make a difference, and I've got great people working with me. I have S. Graham. That's why I don't know if you guys remember me from the beginning when I was first coming in here. I was known as a link mod. I used to put all the links up and stuff, and I had like 170 wrenches or some shit. But I had no time to do squat, so I depend on some people that are really good at it, like Stevie Mal, S. Graham. You got people that these are trusted people. They're part of our family. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up now that I'm out of the hospital. I just need to get to walk. I can't walk. And they have not sent anyone to help me, so I've been doing it myself. And, it's a little bit dangerous. I've fallen quite a few times. But see, like with everything, I'm not going to quit. So, like I said, if any of you guys want to donate to V for Vets, because we do need the charity, we have a storage bill to pay. We need this storage. This was grandfathered to us. The prices have now 2.5 to 3 times as much. This unit's big enough to store the pallets we're going to be getting. If we lose this thing, we're basically screwed. Because it's only 2 blocks down the street from me, so I can literally walk there. Everything I need is within walking distance. Because I don't have a car. And I wasn't going to make that an excuse. Oh, screw the car. Go for the other thing. So we need to get the what do you call it? The storage unit secure, and then the stuff we're getting for pallet stuff. Now, honestly, here's another announcement. If anyone out there is in the LA area that would like to spend a day or two, and it would be a day or two, or maybe even less, I guess, but I need to drive up to the Arizona border. I brought this up on so many different feeds, it's not even funny. Right now, you can go down the American and Mexican border, and you can pick up a lot of camouflage clothing. Brand new stuff, worn once. Backpacks, jackets, shirts, pants, boots, glasses, wristbands, pouches, just all laying there to take. Then I take them and I get them professionally cleaned. And then we pass them out to the homeless vets, or we sell them online or for donations. There's the other thing. Blankets, dog food. Now, Graham, I don't think we're going to have to worry about dog food for too much longer. After you start bringing it up, I made a few calls, and I can get a pallet of dog food for damn near nothing. Hopefully that comes through, because then we'll have an entire pallet full of variety dog food for the young ones, medium age, and adults. Of course, it's crap sent from China, but whatever. I don't give my dog food. I make the food for my dog. That's why every time she goes in, she gets great blood work. You got to help the furry world. It's, honestly, guys, that's a debatable thing. Um, One of the best things you can do for an Alzheimer's patient is give them a pet. The problem is when they die, most of those pets are put to sleep because nobody can take them because usually at that point they're insane. Alzheimer's pets usually go crazy because their master is crazy as fuck. So the same for vets when they get arrested. I mean, from what Graham was telling me, a lot of things have changed and getting better now. The cops will hold them or something. But one of the services we've talked about is to provide a place for these dogs to stay while we find out what's going on with the owners. To go around and find these dogs and stuff and take care of them or these pets. The whole thing is, guys, we go around and we help these people and other people see us help. One of the things I want to get is jackets for everyone going out to feed. Your windbreakers, which have Beef for Vet written on it. One of them's going to have I am going to get certified as a first responder. I'm going to. But I mean, in the hospital. The other thing is the clearance for the VA. Another wonderful piece of shit, nonsensical bullshit they pull there. You can't walk up to them and go, "Hey, I just got through talking to John Doe. He needs to get some paperwork. Can you send somebody out to help him out so he can get off the street?" And then go, "Well, we can't acknowledge he exists, so we can't help you." Because I may be in the Taliban finding out troop movements. So I got to get certified on that. Now I have a top secret clearance anyway. I used to protect the Patriot missile. So need to get that as well because that's just a ridiculous, more bullshit paperwork to help you. Why do you think they're on the street? Because in order for them to get any fucking help, they literally have to go into the place because no one can acknowledge them without a clearance. How many people do you know walking around have a fucking clearance? Is this like fucking, are you trying to be a jack off? I mean, did you guys ever fucking stop to think, gee, what is that term? Here, let me pull this out of my ass. Oh, that's right. No troops left behind. So explain to me, just fucking, because it's the mental gymnastics I'm trying to get over here. A vet eating out of a trash can has nothing to do with leaving a troop member behind. Giving billions and billions and billions of fucking dollars to Ukraine and not a fucking penny for homeless vets. That makes sense. So when the next time your freedoms are threatened, the next time you're worried about losing your right to speak English or have the right to vote, don't look to a vet to help you. Why the fuck would he? You go ahead and take care of it, since fuck the vets, right? You want to give your politicians lifetime health care, lifetime for their fucking family and everything else, but you don't send those family members off to get shot at. No, you send our family members to get shot at. The other thing, fuck you, VA. You want to know why? It's not the VA itself. The VA is quite possibly one of the greatest natural resources for vets ever assembled. The problem is, the people working in there should all be either vets or family members of vets. Everybody else, fuck off. Because apparently you don't care enough about them to give a shit. Yep. So really, honestly, guys, we can change this. There's only 1% douchebag. The rest are all of us. We're just getting lazy. We gotta stop being lazy. We had no problem
getting really comfortable, or instead of us being uncomfortable and continuing forward, everyone's getting comfortable and stopping.
Yeah, I mean,
I know exactly what you're saying. It's sad.
It is because it's like the kids, but you understand this makes sense, right? The things that are important, like protesting about the vets, protesting about the exploitation of children. None of that stuff. None of that stuff comes forward. What we protest and burn buildings down are over stupid shit. And yeah, it is stupid shit. Shit that can be handled reasonably as adults. You want to? I mean, just come on, guys. I mean, shows. I'm not saying it's right, or whatever, but if you're gonna have passion for one thing, have passion for the vets. Because again, that example, the reason I brought it up is you're allowed to go down the street and protest and burn shit down because of the sacrifices that our U.S. vets have done. That's why. That's the only reason. Unfortunately, that is it. Whether you like the military or not, it does not fucking matter. It's like having a garden in front of your house. It's an unfortunate necessity in this world. And anyone that thinks you can get rid of the military or the cops is fucking ludicrous. Because it's bad. We need to start working on the problem, not putting a band-aid over it, making it worse. But we're too fucking lazy. I mean, honestly, for years and years, one of the biggest excuses they used was we can't, and I'm just bringing this up. This is just an example. They didn't want to legalize marijuana because, they're all like, it's going to get in our schools and kids are going to start using it. People are going to start smoking it. It was all lies. First of all, I don't know if you guys were ever into buying weed beforehand. We're not talking about anything else, just weed. Best places in the world to buy weed was the school.
Mm-hmm.
just fucking say it.
Yeah, right across the street. We just walk out. Here you go.
That's it. And see, the whole thing is with Graham was like I brought up in so many of these different live broadcasts. If isolation is 78% of why vets commit suicide, then the answer to isolation is to say a few words to them and talk to them for a minute. It breaks that hotboxing of that where they're in this loop. It's just that's why when I did suicide prevention on the phone. One of the things you do is they want you to get them to talk about anything. It doesn't really matter what. It does not matter what they talk about. The point being is that the more they talk about something, the less they dwell on what's going on. You could talk about ice cream, chocolate cakes, whatever. Here's a nifty little trick. Why don't you go in and get the vet something to eat when you're sitting out there? That's an automatic topic because he's grateful. He'll thank you. And even if he doesn't, try to remember that legally speaking, after you live on the street for 1 year, you are considered legally insane. Anyone that's ever had the fear of living on the street would
I
go
didn't know that. I was on the streets for 2 years after high school because I chose to be. I wanted to see if I could make it. Wow. Okay. Legally insane. I love it.
Well, that's in LA anyway. I mean, it's just like with acid. If you have more than 10 doses of acid, that's considered a murder or attempted murder.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's insane, some of the laws, but
If you knew what scientists did,
no,
oh man, they make their own.
it's
Oh, jeez, sorry. Maybe we're going side and go off topic.
I don't know. It's the whole thing. Like I said, it's the whole idea of what we're trying to do though is that's why, like I said, we didn't want to get too much off the topic. The whole point of this feed was to help Billy out was because we had to start talking about the vets. So again, if you guys are interested in helping, we would appreciate it. It is completely tax right. There's a tax write-off, and we will itemize and send you on our letterhead or whatever a receipt so you can use that. Yeah, Graham has done this. So has KY. KY really, in the very beginning, sunk a lot of finances into this. At one point, he bought all the internal supplies. That's why he's the treasurer. I mean, you can't really worry about someone like that that spends so much money. I mean, it's common sense. Anyway, he's one of my best friends. Known him for a while, so. But our idea right now is get a little bit more going. We are going to start doing a couple feedings, small feedings, once a week at least, or maybe once every 2 weeks. The idea is we want to get out there and show you guys the contents. And then as soon as I can get a mic, and they're a little bit more mobile, because I got to get down off this hill. I'll be doing interviews. And yeah, Graham's right. See, if everyone did this, just just donate a little. Like I said, we've all had to put money out. The storage unit is one of those hot topics. Work money out to pay for that because we don't want to. We really don't want to use food money for a storage, even though it's necessary. So, oh, so yeah, that's about one of our main things. Besides the legal fees for the paperwork, which is I think we paid all we had to worry about, 250 for that, or 260, whatever the hell it was. But the only other expenses we really have would be the storage unit, and that is it. Except for when the food comes in, we don't have any other cost. And like I said, we got some nifty things possibly coming down. Yeah, I love where you are. You're right next to Fort Bragg. Yeah, you're right about that, though, Nitro. That is sad that there's so many homeless vets there. But from a standpoint that I'd like to be able to help them, because it's so sad to see something like that. We would like to go down where they basically are, but we're working on it. And that's the ones that are in Skid Row. Got to approach that really carefully. So one of the ways you can do it, from what I understand, you go through one of the churches, go down there and meet some people so you're already known. But anyway, now you get through. So anyone else want to come up and basically any topic about vets you want to talk about besides war? Any ideas you have for? And hey, you got a story to tell about passing out food or something, or any ideas about where I could go to get donations? If you know any charity organizations or passing out stuff to give to vets, we would be more than happy to facilitate those items. I'm just saying.
Well, about 15 minutes from March Air Force Base in Ringo Valley. I'm not too far from there.
Well, if you got you film, right? You can film.
I got like these little GoPro cameras, but I haven't started yet. I want to get my IAPP first before I go out because, you do places. If you didn't have it, you can't go and film stuff like that. What they don't want you to see.
No, you don't. Where are you? What area are you from?
I'm in California. I'm just 15 minutes from March Air Force Base. It's a reserve base now. It's probably about 40 minutes from Camp Pendleton in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Like a bird's eye view. I'd say about an hour, 15 minutes driving on the freeway.
I'm in Riverside.
Oh, so I'm South Riverside. I'm just I'm just south 15 minutes from March Air Force Base on the 15 freeway.
I do not know.
215, I'm sorry. 215, I'm tired of it.
Unfortunately for me, I have never left this apartment except to go to a store. I got here, I already had problems with my legs, and then I went to the hospital for almost 2 years, and so I have no idea. But if you're near me, is he close? Is he close to where I am, Graham? We could hook up, Jimbo. Do some.
Yeah, I'm like a good maybe 40 minutes from downtown Riverside to where they have that big old huge.
Well, if you ever wanted to help out or something, we could probably even work out See, we can't compensate us.
Volunteer. I'll volunteer though. I'll do it for free.
There you go. If you needed help with the gas, because I know it's expensive, we could get that covered for you. But it'd be nice if you come down. We can go. We need to do some reconnaissance interviews. The interviews are what, because we want to get the stories started out there. One of the things I want to do is Bram and them are zeroing in on a camp. Once we find the camp that we're going to sponsor, I'm going to actually stay there the entire weekend, from like Friday to Monday.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I can definitely be there for
I wanted to see exactly how I live. It's nice for one thing for them to tell you, but if I go out there and stay for a couple nights, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, 3 nights, then I can get a general idea, just a general. Because time is a killer. Sleeping outside in cold weather constantly, or like recently, it rained like a motherfucker, so they're all wet. They had no way to dry their clothes, so they walked around in wet cold with wet clothes in the cold.
And people don't think about that. They just think they have the roof over their head. They don't care about what's going on outside. Where I think about that stuff, like there's someone out there that's soaking wet, but I don't think of like all of them. I just think there's someone, but there's so many people out there in the rain that people are just taking for granted the roof over their head, not thinking about them, and they need to open their eyes and care.
Yeah, and the other thing I try to explain to people, all
Oh man, makes you sad.
these tents that are out there are not waterproof, by the way, just so you guys know. That's why
It is paper. I've seen those things.
well, no,
Sure.
that's why they throw a tarp over, no matter which tent you get. Most tents,
True.
unless they have the thing, the sealer on them, are not waterproof.
They always have that water tarp that goes over the very top of them. Like most tents
Right.
have those. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Desert Rose, thank you. And if, like I said, if you do send the medical supplies, blessings, I will send you back a itemized receipt with it. So in case you wanted to use it as a tax write off, you can. We appreciate anything. You got the address. It's the one running across the top right there. Just put it attention V for vets care of Kevin Broxman. Like I said, because we are a 501c in California. I have to dox. All my information's out there. Any idiot can find it. It's not that hard to do. But trust me, I'm in Riverside. You don't want to come to my place. Bad idea. Riverside has a lot of constitutional stuff here where I live. They don't lock their car doors or houses because they had pit bulls, Rottweilers, and assault rifles.
Yeah.
And it's a stand your ground castle state, so they'll blow you away just for being on their property if they don't have their dogs eat you first. Just saying.
Seen some sign says if you can get to the game 1.5 seconds, my gun will make it before that. Saying they have a dog, but they also have a gun. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I wouldn't even want to do it, but I mean, just the dog sign does it. But yeah, he's right. They're around
Yeah,
here even. You just don't go up to stores and knock on them. Yeah,
you're right.
don't hold on you.
It's sad, Nitro. It really is because, like I said, I grew up. My father, he served in the Air Force, and then he went off. He went and worked for the CIA for the rest of his life. Um, and I learned a military life on the bases and stuff, and that's what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, my health wasn't good enough to pass their entry exam. I used to get upset about it. Then this is why my view on there's no difference between behind the desk or boots on the ground because I was so upset that they wouldn't take me. I used to tell them, why don't you just put me behind the desk? I mean, I can do a desk job. I mean,
Something, yeah.
took me growing up to realize that it's not, you're behind the desk. They can say, oh, now you're going to war. Here's a gun. Go out. You have to be ready to go at any moment. So this is why I don't discern between the two. And for that idiot to have said that comment to me about how, yeah, if they're not boots on the ground, then they're toy soldiers. They're just LARPs. They're acting like soldiers. Whoa,
Hmm.
whoa, brother, whoa.
Wow.
And so
Uh,
I don't spread or get into the gossip. So
you think it's guns going out? Like there's
I just
plans. There's more in the background than the front round.
left.
Is yeah.
I don't put up with that. I don't even argue with you. I just leave. I mean, just stupid comments like, an idiot that was born into money bitching about homeless. They need to
Yeah.
get a job. First of all,
Your money's stripped away and go live on the streets for a year,
how,
and then
how are they going to get a job? They smell, they stink, they don't have the clothes you want them to get a job, and then they don't have a home address. In California, you can't get a job without a home address. That's just a fact.
yep.
So, what would you expect them to do? They don't have an address, and they have, even if we went out and we dressed and cleaned somebody up and gave them a place to sleep for the night, they still could not get a job. So I'm just like, I understand that the combat vet should be given more kudos. Fair enough, but like maybe an extra medal that you can't get if you do. They do. They have this, and maybe I don't know, compensate them another way. Give them how about just giving them some more goddamn money, motherfucker? I mean, how about that? I mean, these people, why not? You don't have Congress and them having any problem getting pay raises. What are they doing? I
Oh yeah,
really
it's
tired
ridiculous
of,
how much they make up there in that freaking buildings. Like,
and for
there's no reason for them to do that. Their retirement's
no,
covered. Like,
then you want to
they're
vote
pissing
yourself in
sick.
lifetime health care, and then you don't want to give a vet the same. Now, again, there is a lot of programs in the VA Center. The VA Center is probably one of the greatest natural resources for vets ever. However, it's being run by thieves. And the reason they're thieves is because they're not military. They need to be military vets, military active, or they need to be military families. We need to kick the rest of these people the fuck out of there. And I can go into graphic detail why, in case you'd like to know. I know quite a bit about this topic. See, there's the thing we have. This is one of my biggest complaints. It's called a reserve. And they put it together so that when the U.S. goes to war, and God, this is just a mind boggler, they have food and stuff to supply the fucking troops so that they can eat and function as a human while they're off defending our freedoms. That depletion is now gone because people are stealing so much money from the VA. It's not even funny. The fraud that goes on in that facility is just mind-boggling. So I
I would
think they
like to
should.
investigate that pretty deep,
Oh
just bring it into
God,
light. Like,
really?
I'm not kidding. Like, I want to bring stuff
Oh,
out that's being hidden.
all right, hold on. Just let me finish then. Go
Sorry,
on,
sorry.
go on the V for Vet V for Vet. Go on the VA. Just go to the VA and look up crimes. And if you don't end up sitting there with your jaw all the way to the ground, I don't know what. Because it's disgusting, dude. It's hard to read. It's hard to read. These people are scum. They're taking money out of the mouths of our vets, services out of our vets, and they're stealing it like it's water, hand over fist. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's probably because you told me quiet. I was getting
Oh
pretty
no, no,
heated.
no, no. I didn't mean. I
No,
didn't.
thank you for stopping me because I probably would have been kicked off the channel. Like, I was like, no way. I didn't know any of this was happening.
Well,
Thank you. I know
you
and
know
help you.
you live close enough to help out. I honestly would do this. It is against the law to protest the VA. You know that, right? You're not allowed to go down the street and sidewalk out in front.
No shoot.
No shit. I would like to pick up the topic of where the fuck the drug money went. This is really annoying as shit. They have this program, basically how it works. He's called a dispenser. It's an actual guy. And he walks around and he takes care of all the drugs. Once the doctor puts the order in, he goes to that person and he works out all the drugs and how it's going to be paid for and everything. That's their specific job. It's not like you go to the pharmacist. So these creative little bastards were making out receipts for drugs and turning around and selling them, billing the vet to where they're running out of supplies. That's how much they're stealing. All of this is a
That
really
was freaking sick.
and when
Oh
you
my
just
god.
go there, look up crimes, and start reading them. It warms your heart to know that these scumbags have gone into the VA hospital and they're all just tripping over each other, trying to steal everything they can walk out of that building with.
Hmm.
And we need to make it instead of just a felony, I mean a lifetime sentence because that's
Oh
treason.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
treason. You do
hmm.
this. But I've always maintained the fact that the U.S. military should be able to go to any hospital they want, and the VA should be left over for prosthetics. Because I'm telling you guys, there's nobody. Oh, hey, Dream
That's a
Chaser,
good idea.
there is nobody better. Yeet, that's right. Yeet, how you doing, brother? There is nobody better qualified for prosthetics than the military hospitals. They have the most advanced technology. It's insane. So I would never give that up. I'd never say go to anywhere else. Just stick with the VA for that. Whatever services they offer for that. But like I said, it's a matter of perspective. And me and Graham and Tommy Woods and Ice Cold Audits, the ones that actually went out there and did the job to raise money for the homeless. Because I political sides point. Ice Cold's an amazing person when it comes to helping feed the homeless. He's selfless. He just goes out there and puts himself really out there to help the homeless. And it's not an act. He's done it several times now. Like I said, you can disagree with some of his political views and stuff, but you can't disagree with what the man does when he goes out, which is why I consider him a close friend. And then, of course, there's Margaret Crosco. She goes out with us. She's a remarkable woman. She does not. Oh, Riz and Evan, welcome in. Then we have like Tommy Woods. I mean, I know they're whatever, but Tommy Woods is an incredible person. Absolutely incredible. I have so much respect for him. It's not even funny. He did more for our cause than you guys can ever imagine. He is just an amazing person when you go out and he helps the homeless. So, like I said, we don't do politics here and stuff, and we don't allow any of that because we really don't care. By that, we don't care because all we care about is helping the homeless. We don't want to get into any specific arguments or stuff with people because it distracts and detracts and takes away from them. The donations are hard to get, people. And like I said, we are transparent. So at any given time, you can see how much money we have. We don't got a lot. So we are looking for sponsors. We're in, like I said, tax write-off people. This ain't one of your regular YouTube channels. We're one of the very few that have the write-off. You can write this stuff off. As it is a military charity too. So I'm, and which, by the way, Nitro, we're gonna have a lot more. Like I said, being in a hospital for 2 years just basically killed me. I blame myself for the lack of progression of V for Vets because of the fact that I was so damn sick. However, God has his reasons for everything, right? And I believe it was to give me time to, yeah, we are very close family, me and Graham and KY and Bell. That's just the reason. I know, but you gotta understand how hard that is to comprehend with all the crap that's going on nowadays. When you can get a group of guys that all believe in the same thing, that we want every penny, every cent to go to the vets. We want it to be transparent. So, because in the beginning, remember, everyone was like, oh, you're just doing that, you're stealing the money and stuff. Well, now it's like, go ahead. And they stop. They all shut the fuck up because once we did that, all they can do is spew shit. If you check this out, it's there, but it's accounted for. It's monitored by the IRS. It's transparent. It's the way any charity should be. It's the way any charity should be. Now, I'm sorry, but if you choose to do a charity network, you should get a 501c, no matter how much it costs, because putting it in your own bank account is full of shit. I'm sorry, it is. It's just full of shit.
Red Cross, I'm not knocking anything, but the Red Cross, they're dirty. Like we help people donate. Those people, they pay money to help. They got to pay back that money to Red Cross. They don't say that, but they're taking donations when they don't even need it.
Oh yeah,
so they give them money to help the people that have no homes or whatever, right? But once they have the money, they got to pay back Red Cross, and they don't tell the people when they're donating to Red Cross. That's what happens. And Red Cross is the biggest Don't need to
Not,
rip off
not
us.
only are they a douchebag corporation, but mind you, there's a difference between tax exempt and tax deductible. All right, tax exempt means that we don't pay taxes because we don't get any of the money. Notice that Red Cross is not tax exempt; they're tax deductible, which means if you donate to them, you can deduct it. But the reality is, they give their CEOs buttloads of money. It is a
Mm,
plus that if you don't, they got caught the last time raising money for 911. Then they just decided to go with another charity. So all that money you donated for 911 went to Rex's dog collection. I'm just saying, dude, it's ridiculous. Nitro, thank you
wow.
for coming in, brother. Much love and respect. If you guys haven't gone to Nitro Freaks channel and subscribed to, he's got a really cool station. He is a vet. Please support him. Graham, if you got a shot, if you can put his tagger up for me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I had all my whole family but me. I couldn't go because my brother went, and I was the last son. So they said, "No, you can't go." And I thought that was a fake thing. They're like, "Oh no, you can't." Like you're only one to carry on your name. Like I was. I'm like, oh, whatever. But my grandpas, my dad, my brother,
hi Nitro.
dude,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
supported.
well, we should hook up, brother. I'll give you my number, and you can call me. And we'll see about what we can do to get together and go out and do some of these things because I'll keep it private.
Yeah. Get my car fixed tomorrow, so you can.
Oh, it's gonna be a little while, brother. I can't wait.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, you know. Oh, I lost everything. Okay. Thank you, Graham. So yeah, again, like I said, it's already been an hour and 12 minutes, brother. So we can hook up. Um, Possibly go out and feed. If not go out and feed, we can definitely try to do the interviews and stuff. I mean, that would just be super cool. I just need to
Yeah,
get my I just need to get the mic, dude, because my phone had the mic and the speaker broke. That's why some of the recordings I did, you can't hear the audio. It's completely shot. And I have one of those nice little furry things. You know what I mean?
yeah. They go on it.
Yeah, and there's and I have nothing to use it with, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. They're really just not that expensive. I just can't afford it.
Yeah,
It's like so once I get eight cent, and like I said, I'm not in a rush because I have to at least get down the stairs now. I'm getting there. I am getting there. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so I will. Oh, shit. Ugh. Hang on, man. Jesus, I guess. So yeah, I'm getting tired. But I like I said, we can have these shows more often as long as I have a topic to bring up. Really looking forward to the feeding, but like I said, if anyone wants to come help, the feeding's going out. Like I said, our restrictions are basically simple. Anyone feeding us basically just promotes V for Vets. There can be no super chats, no PayPal's other than V for Vets, and we don't use super chats or memberships. No other links can be put in on either of the channels because if you represent V for Vets and you were to put, say, like up other charity things or stuff, then like your PayPal or something, then we could lose our tax exempt status. And like I told people earlier in the show, at $8,000 a year and you're locked out for 10 years, that's $80,000 worth of money we would have lost. That's a lot of money.
I have two other channels that are just blank channels. I think I'll use one of those. I have no thing in mind to take. I never want money from YouTube. Thanks for letting me know that. She said it's a charity. So
I was muted. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I said yes, Graham. Thank you everyone for showing up tonight. And like I said, if you have any medical supplies that are old and you got to get rid of it, they are tax deductible again. There's the address to send them to, just for the attention, V for Vets and me. Um, if you have any food stuff you'd like, canned foods, preferably um, pop tops, we will supply a military can opener. Quite frankly, I've learned several ways to open up cans without anything. Cans are not that hard to open up without a can opener.
I grew up on a ranch, so I had to find ways to do things.
Figuring, shoot. But now this is what's going to happen. This is really cool. We're almost done with the details, but you've ever been on one of those channels they have the duck race? All right. Well, we're going to have it as a charity. If you donate, I think it's $3 or $5, you get a duck in the duck race, and then we're actually giving away a little duck, and every winner gets put into the grand prize. The grand prize, of course, would be a hoodie, a V for Vets hoodie, or a V for Vets hat, or whatever. I'm not sure what yet.
Heck yeah.
We'll run that during the actual event for anyone that donates. Remember, I'm going to probably wrap this up. Starting, starting to get sick. So I will look first to go live again soon. And like I said, thank you all for showing up tonight. And all the links are out there. If you want to donate the medical supplies or food, the address is scrolling at the top. If you wanted to donate any money to help with the storage unit or anything else, that's the link right there. Other than that, you guys have a blessed and safe evening. Graham, thank you so much for coming in. And let's see who else is still in here. I don't know. Nitro, that was great having him in here tonight. Dream Chasers. And Jimbo, thank you for coming up on panel, brother.
Thank you for having me.
All right, now, you want to say goodbye to everyone, and then I'll close the show?
Everybody love. Share.
All right, well, you guys stay safe, be well, and bud out.